Hello again, my friend. Welcome to day 3 of the Discipline series. If you've made it this far, pause for a moment and take that in. You're no longer just thinking about change. You're in it. Today's truth is something we don't hear often, but it could change everything. Discipline matters most when life gets messy, when things go wrong, when routines break, when you feel off track or overwhelmed. That's when discipline stops being an aesthetic and starts becoming your anchor. So let's begin. Take a breath, my friend. Let your body drop into this moment. Inhale slowly through the nose and release long, steady, and deep. Let go of the tightness. Let go of the rush. Just be here, now. You've shown up again. And showing up in the middle of your own chaos. That's the kind of courage that changes lives. We often imagine that discipline is built on perfect days, that will finally be consistent once everything calms down, once the schedule clears, once the motivation returns, once we're in the right headspace. But my friend, perfect days are rare, and real life is never that quiet. There are sick days, messy homes, unexpected emotions, bad weather, arguments, failures. And here's the truth. Discipline is not what you do when everything is right. Discipline is what you return to when everything feels wrong. Let me tell you about someone whose story changed how I think about chaos. David Goggins, a former Navy SEAL, ultramarathon runner, and one of the most mentally tough people on the planet. What makes his story powerful isn't just what he achieved, it's where he started. He was once overweight, insecure, depressed, completely undisciplined, but he made a choice, not to fix everything overnight, but to show up in the pain. He discovered what he calls the 40% rule. When your mind tells you you're done, you're only 40% done. That's when discipline kicks in. Not when you feel great, but when you feel like quitting. When life spins out of control, discipline becomes a safe place to return to. It's not pressure. It's not perfection. It's presence. A small act that says, even though I feel lost right now, I still know how to find myself. Your morning walk, your journal, your 10-minute stretch, your first glass of water. These aren't tasks, they're lighthouses, small, quiet things that bring you home, even in the middle of a storm. Let's get practical, my friend. You will have hard days, we all do. So what's your anchor? Not a long list, not an ideal routine, just one simple habit that stays steady, even when everything else shakes. Here are a few examples. Wake at the same time, even if the day ahead is messy. Write down 3 things you can control today. Drink water before coffee, every time. Do 5 deep breaths before you check your phone. Lay out clothes the night before. Review your why when motivation is gone. Small, simple, repeatable. Not because life is perfect, but because it's not. Let me remind you of something we spoke about on day 1, my friend. Discipline is identity building. Every time you act, especially when it's hard, you reinforce who you really are. And when you show up during chaos, that's the version of you who leads, not the one waiting for conditions to improve, but the one building strength in the storm. You don't rise to the occasion, you fall to the level of your training. Navy SEAL wisdom. That's what discipline gives you, the quiet ability to act, even when life is loud. Now let's go inward. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what is one chaotic part of my life right now? And what is one small act of discipline I can use to steady myself in it? Pause. Let the answer come. Write it down after this session if you can. Make it real. Make it yours. As you move into the rest of your day, I want you to choose a single anchor habit for when life feels chaotic. Just one. Something so small it's impossible to fail. Repeat it tomorrow. Repeat it when you're tired. Repeat it even when it seems pointless, because that's when it really counts. Discipline isn't the loud yes, it's the quiet still here. You've done beautifully today. Tomorrow in day 4, we explore something unexpected, the discipline of rest, because hustle without rhythm leads to burnout. But when you learn to rest with structure, you become unstoppable. I'll be right here waiting. Until then, breathe deep, stay anchored, and trust yourself. You're doing this, my friend. Even in chaos, you're choosing clarity. Keep going.